Hey guys, thanks for joining us on Plays with Power Tools today. In today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how I went ahead and finished this bookcase, which I've had since I was a little girl. My grandfather built this for me when I was 2 or 3 years old, and honestly, throughout the years, I refinished it just about every shade in the rainbow. Like clockwork, a year ago, I refinished this from a dark navy color to a really interesting, or not interesting, depending on how you look at it, beigey drop cloth color. And this is done in a matte chalk paint, but I never got around to clear coating it. So today I'm going to show you how I did that, and also how I installed this fun peel and stick wallpaper on the back of it, which I think takes it from plain bookcase to little girl's nursery cuteness overload. And also I get around to painting all of the trim in the room, which really feels like it's finished up the space. So thanks for joining us today, and let's get to it. Guys, I am convinced that this is the greatest invention of all time. This is just a painter's edge, and as you'll see, there used to be a different color trim, and when they painted it, they didn't quite paint the very bottom edge. So I'll show you how this works. You literally just take this painter's edge, kind of put it in on an angle, and you peel it back, and then you have this perfectly clear edge to paint the bottom crack of the trim without getting any paint on the carpet. It is amazing. You can see the difference, the old trim, which I'm trying to paint, and that is the painted trim. I'll probably have to go back and do a second coat, but it looks so good. Really happy.
Take my word for it, guys. The trim painting took forever. So here I am on a different day, and I'm just using a high grit sanding block to knock down any rough edges before I go ahead and clear coat the piece. Once I was finished sanding the piece, I wiped it down with a damp microfiber cloth to remove any dust, and now I am just making sure that I paint on a very thin, even coat of the Dixie Belle clear coat in matte finish. Once the clear coat had ample time to dry, I got started on the wallpaper. Due to the length of the wallpaper, each shelf was required to have a seam. So once I cut the first piece of wallpaper for each shelf, I made sure that the pattern matched up perfectly before I cut the second piece. All that was left to do next was peel off the backing to the wallpaper and attach it to the back of my bookcase. Once the wallpaper was perfectly smoothed onto the back of the bookcase, I used a razor blade to cut off any excess. I love the finished product. I'm so happy.
Well, that's all I have for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And don't forget, if you like the channel, hit the subscribe button. And I will see you next time on Plays with Power Tools.